Hi there, I'm Dr. Christine Whelan. I write the Pure Sex, Pure Love column, and today I'm thinking out loud with Nathalia Ortiz, who is a new contributor to Busted Halo, and we're thinking out loud about the Sex and the City movie, right? I've been seeing the trailers every time I'm at the gym. It's all about Sex and the City too. So are you going to go? Because I'm kind of excited. Are you excited?
I feel like I have to go because I've seen the whole 6 seasons and I'm the first movie, so now it's like we're committed. It's like they're our friends, so whether you like it or not, you gotta go. It's all about women and it's all about friendships, even more than it is about the sex.
Not to mention the cosmos, the clothes. I see your dress back there.
The fashion and the cosmos is what it's all about.
They're dealing with some of the real life, marriage and kids and career stuff. And I saw what I was sort of like getting anxious about in the previews is it looks like Carrie is going to run into AIDS.
I know.
Is that right?
Yes, I know.
And then she calls big and says, something happened. I think they must be setting us up, right? Because is she going to?
They're totally setting us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be more than just she almost kissed him or something, and then that's the whole thing. It's a big teaser. But, that's a very common, I guess, I don't know if it's very common, but it's a situation that I would imagine is very common, even if you're married, where you, run into an ex-boyfriend and you kind of, do a double take or something, and, to different degrees, and people feel different things, but, you're married, and so now those are a whole different set of challenges that the girls of Sex and the City have never seen.
And really, it's about friendship, right? Because you have these 4 girls who are such fast friends. I sort of feel like as they go to the Middle East, this is this wonderful sort of exploration of friendship.
Well, it seems very eccentric and exotic and just so different and out there, So I don't know how, and I think that's one of the, the criticisms of the movie is that it's so unrealistic. And even, in the series, that one of the things people would always talk about is, it's not realistic that Carrie, a writer, can afford all these shoes, in this apartment in Manhattan, and so that's something
Let me tell you.
What?
I was a writer in Manhattan and my life was not TV worthy, so no one wanted to watch my life on TV.
It totally speaks to me, even though 3 of the 4 characters are now married in this movie. I think that, the issues that they deal with, a girl is a girl is a girl, no matter how old, no matter what your social or single or whatever married status is, marital status. I think, we feel the same things, we cry about the same things, we have the same fears. I really think that anybody could relate to this.
When I was studying high-achieving women in dating and marriage, and people asked me sort of what I was looking at, I was looking at I would say, it's that scene from Sex and the City where Miranda says that she's a stewardess and she's really a lawyer and she's trying to get a guy to like her. And everybody instantly is like, oh, I totally know what you mean. And so it's a shorthand for our experiences that's really invaluable.
I love it. I find myself talking to my friends and everything goes back to Sex and the City. Everything is like, oh, this is such a Charlotte moment.
Are you going to go see this with a guy? Because my husband, I think, will kill me if I drag him.
Oh, no. This is definitely not a movie a guy will enjoy. I don't think men can relate to this at all. I think men are just kind of sitting and saying, do your thing.
But I think this may be why guys hate Sex and the City. Because it's all about, women potentially behaving badly and women doing these sort of scandalous things, right? And so this is, if I go away for a weekend with my girlfriends, is my husband supposed to think that, I might run into an ex-boyfriend and, bad things will happen?
Well, I'll tell you what, my father watched a couple episodes when it first went to, he got a kick out of it, and he's 50-something, and he thought it was fun. I guess, I don't know if it's just because he didn't feel intimidated anymore because he's not in that, dating world, and maybe he just thought it was just kind of fun, but, I don't find a lot of guys hate it because of the potential trouble that you can get, and I kind of feel like maybe it's just regular chick flick stuff, they just get bored by it, they're not interested in it, they're not talking about what we're talking about, feelings,
I don't know,
men don't do that.
My husband said, every time I watch one of these things, I worry that girls are talking like that. Are you calling your girlfriends and telling them all of the details of our personal lives? Are you? By the way, the answer is sort of yes.
As a Catholic woman, with our morals and our principles, the way we were raised and the way, we've been taught by the church to live our lives. I don't know about you, but has that ever something that kind of had you conflicted when you were watching the show as far as, these girls who, by standards of many people, were seen maybe as promiscuous, to say, to be very nice.
In the movie this time, it's going to be a lot more about relationships probably and less about sex, right? And I think that's a very honest approach to maturing and getting older and like understanding that there's commitment and relationships and stuff are sort of more important than seeking the instant gratification of a one-night stand all the time.
Right.
At the same time, obviously you're not going to use Sex and the City as your handbook. Certainly not if you're a young adult Catholic.
Maybe it could be like what not to do. It could be the handbook of what not to do. You know.
Although, you know what, it's so much more fun to watch Not to Do on TV than it is like what
yeah, well, that's the thing, and that's why it's so entertaining, because, you know, it's not an after-school special. I mean, let's be real here. It's Sex and the City.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Nathalia. Next time, we're going to watch the movie, we're going to come back, and we're going to do another one of these. You're going to have a cocktail in hand, because it's really much more fun to do these with a cocktail. Okay. And then we'll continue the conversation, yes?
Wonderful. I accept. I'm RSVPing right now.
Excellent. Cheers to Sex and the City.
Thank you.